Hello, everybody. So this time we are switching it up. Season 3, the best cast ever assembled. This is nothing like Season 1 or Season 2. This is in a completely different ballpark. My job here is to introduce these fantastic castaways who have gone through this rigorous casting process to get us where we are today. And we're starting off with an amazing first option. He's here, he's infamous, he is a legend in the Minecraft community. We have the Schmeckle experience.
That's a Schmeckle boy experience to you, JJ. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So tell us your name, your age, and your occupation.
My name is Jonas, but since y'all already had a Jonas, I suppose I shall go by NKS. I am 19 years old, and I control the price of gold, so whatever occupation that is.
So tell us a little about yourself. What do you do now? Last time we've seen you in the record, it's been a little bit. What have you been up to?
It has been quite a bit. I go to college now, which is pretty chill. I cook a lot of food for me and my roommates. We go out and do stupid college people stuff. Went to Sky Zone the other day. That was pretty chill.
Perfect. Now, this is a question specifically for you, and we just want you to say it right before the season. Going into here, what puts you above everybody else?
People really like to think that I'm stupid, which is definitely their own insecurities because, they look at me being good at Minecraft and they're like, okay, well, that's the only thing he can be good at. And then they look at me, chatting people up, being a social demon as I am, being a commanding figure and commanding authority at that. And they're like, okay, well, he can talk the talk, he can walk the walk, but surely he's a dumbass. And I think people really, really don't understand how much smarter I am than mostly everyone else.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful right there. Now, this is a multi-layered question here. And this is kind of about the players through the community. You don't have to say specific individual. If you want to, feel free. I love the shape. But can you name the type of player you want to target? The one you want to work with? The type of player that you're afraid of the most?
I'll start off with the last one. I'm not really afraid of anybody because that would imply that shows weakness, To suggest that you are afraid of somebody is to imply that you are lesser than them. You have something to be fearful of. I would happily charge headfirst into a game with 19 of my ops, while not a single one of my ops would gladly take a one-on-one with me. That's how much they fear me, and so I don't fear anybody. The type of person I'd work with, I have a very big soft spot for new players. But aside from that, I want to work with people who are just smart enough to listen to what I say, do it, and not troll their own game as well as mine, but just dumb enough so where I can manipulate them into throwing away their game for me if need be.
Fantastic. Straight to the point. Incredible answers, honestly. I'm glad we heard that. Of course. Now, it's more of a side question. You've been around for a good bit now, a lot more than a lot of people in the community have been. So can you tell us your journey through it and how you made it here and how you have developed these kind of morals and values?
It's very, very funny to me nowadays when people talk about, the win streaker meta. People are relying too much on challenges. People are relying too much on challenges. It's because back in our heyday, JJ, back, 2019, 2020, there were no win streakers. There were comp beasts. And comp beasting was not seen as a viable strategy. In fact, people talk shit just as much as they do today. The narrative is completely controlled by the people that want to see comp beasts suffer. After 4.5 years, there's been people that have come and gone. There's been dynasties that have risen and fallen, but I'm still here.
Fantastic. And this is the perfect platform to increase your resume and show that you're here and you're here to stay. Plain and simple. Now, you were talking about people always going against you right there, honestly. Do you think we're going to see that in this season?
Very much so. In fact, in the first episode, there will be a litter of confessionals talking either praise of me or talking complete shit for me. It's how it goes every single time. But, you tend to take the positives with the negatives, although there's plenty of people that are, shitting bricks to see me on the cast.
All right, perfect. I'm sure with every answer we've gotten so far from you, this is going to be a gimme. And I think everyone can expect it, but still have to say it anyways. Are you the type of player who's going to speak up, say the name, or are you going to be the
Mhm.
person who hears the name and then tells everyone?
There's many different kinds of ways to sell someone out in Survivor. The easiest of which, and my personal favorite, is just to say a fucking name. However, depending on your position in the game, that doesn't really work. Because if you're on top and in control, then the more names you say, the more people are going to be like, hey, Ancast is saying a lot of names. He's throwing a lot of votes. He's controlling a lot. He's a threat. However, if you're on the bottom and you say a name, then people are going to be like, oh, well, shit. He's throwing everything he's got out there. If I'm on the bottom and I'm throwing out name after name after name, people aren't going to trust me because, oh, what if he says my name next?
Is that a fantastic answer or what? That was just amazing. Thank you for that. And now we've heard it all. We've heard it all so far. Now I want to hear it straight from you. What place will you be receiving in this season?
First place. I'm the winner.
There we have it there. Thank you so much for coming out here and doing this. It's always a pleasure hearing what you have to say about everything going on. And I am so excited to see you play in this season.
Thank you, JJ. Glad to be here.